Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Wanna talk TF2 Classic coming to Steam, and the news that really shook the gaming world yesterday, as WB Games is going to be shutting down a lot of their studios. But right off the bat, TF2 Classic is coming to Steam in 2025. Steam is a mysterious resource created when coal is burned in certain situations. A harrowing thought to coal lovers like the civilian, to whom burning coal is like setting one's own children on fire. But maybe a foray into the Steam industry is just what the company needs to capture new eyes. While porting efforts are underway, you can wishlist Team Fortress 2 Classic right now, looking to be a mod for Team Fortress 2 that aims to reimagine the launch era of the original games. New features include TF series staples like the Civilian and 4 team, actively updated with new weapons, maps, and game modes. This is scheduled for a release in 2025. Team Fortress 2 Classic is a mod for Team Fortress 2 that reimagines the early post-launch era circa 2008 and 2009 of the original game. Starting from there, they've added quality of life features, remade and reworked scrap content, and built onto it with full-size updates in TF2's timeless style and tone. Meet the Civilian, a brand new special class based on the legacy Team Fortress Classic character, and deliver him mostly unharmed to the objective in VIP mode. So a new component there. Use TF2 pre-release inspired weapons like the nail gun, the dynamite pack, and the tranquilizer gun, all redesigned from the ground up to feel right at home with what's already there. Go on a rampage in 4-team matches where GRN and YLW bring their unique yet strategically identical brand of violence to Arena, King of the Hill, and more. You've got new features, exclusive new game modes including Domination, Territorial Domination, and VIP Race, all playable on professional quality official maps, with more yet to come. Jump pads, flak cannons, bricks, chains wrapped around your fists, made in-house weapons that go beyond mere side grades and dramatically change how you play the game. Extensive modding support will be there as well, allowing players to customize the look of their game and allowing servers to host advanced custom weapons and maps. A whole host of visual enhancements, including improved textures, models, mapping features, and restored toon style shading that was mostly absent in the retail release, a chicken so we're led to believe. This began in development in 2014 and formally releasing in July of 2020. Team Fortress 2 Classic has been worked on for over a decade now, almost certainly longer than you've been alive. Okay, like, maybe that's not the case. Even between the massive multi-day updates, a team full of contributors is working non-stop on content balance changes and bug fixes. Now that our future isn't quite so uncertain and the terror in our hearts has abated, it can only go uphill from here. Anticipate new weapons, modes, and characters as Team Fortress 2 Classic grows with its official Steam release. The Steam page is already up, so great stuff there. You know, Team Fortress 2, we talked about it, but the status of the game really looked to be in flux, and I think a lot of people were worried about the future of Team Fortress 2, and now fairly optimistic as far as what Team Fortress 2 can be, or Team Fortress 2 Classic in this case can be. So, you know, TF2 wasn't really my cup of tea. It wasn't a game that I got super into, but, you know, when I got into PC gaming, I feel like Team Fortress 2 is like a game, especially back then, that you had to play. That's not really the case anymore. I feel like if you just get into PC gaming for the first time, like, what games do people gravitate towards right off the rip? Like, is it Witcher 3? I don't know, because I've been in this scene for so long, but Team Fortress 2 was the one, not the one, but one of the many. Like, you went to Team Fortress, you went to Skyrim at the time. Skyrim was relatively new, but yeah, those were the games that were just inundated within the PC gaming sphere, and TF2, certainly an iconic game, and one of Valve's most iconic titles, greatest creations, whatever you want to say, but that'll be dropping in 2025 on Steam officially. Moving on from that, this really shook the gaming world yesterday. Jason Schreier noted on his Blue Sky page, Warner Brother Games is shutting down Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and WB San Diego, sources tell Bloomberg News. Warner Brothers is also canceling the Wonder Woman game. This is just an absolute insanity in terms of that level of closure. Now, Warner Brothers has been an absolute mess over the last year or so. Suicide Squad was an absolute atrocity. It bombed. Rocksteady is absolutely washed. Rocksteady not being shut down, that should be noted, but obviously their adjustments and their expectations out of their gaming sector is shifting, and one of the reasons is based on Suicide Squad failing. I think Rocksteady as a name still has a level of cachet that shutting Rocksteady down would have been a tidal wave, and Monolith Production shutting down is huge as well. Don't get that twisted. You're talking about Fear. You're talking about Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Middle-earth Shadow of War. They have done some iconic games, but the last game they put out was Shadow of War in 2017. Like, what is going on here in gaming where a studio can drop a game, do some DLC for it, go MIA for 7 years, work on some game, and then get shut down? Like, what kind of universe are we living in where this is becoming a common thing? Look at Ben's studio. Put out a game in 2019, goes MIA for 6 years, working on some live service garbage, and that gets canceled, and Ben's studio thankfully hasn't been shut down yet, but like, think about that for a second as far as this becoming so common that these publishers think they know the gaming consumer so well that they're greenlighting these games left and right, and I get it, maybe they had a different expectation in 2020 when the world went to hell, but it's just some instances I can understand, and then sometimes I'm like, you are just creatively out of touch. You are so not understanding who your core audience is, and you know what it is? I don't think they care about who their core audience is. I think they want to expand beyond their core audience. They want to bring other people. They want to chase that live service gravy train, and if you don't think that Warner Brothers' MO was to take their brands, take the DC IPs that they have, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, Batman even in the future, in this theoretical future that they were thinking of, and it was to monetize them in excess and sell you skins, sell you live service updates and everything like that. And it's just, man, we saw what Rocksteady was in the late 2000s, early 2010s. We saw Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of War got kind of wild, but Shadow of Mordor, we saw that there was so much potential, and all of this potential, not only from WB, from a Sony with Ben's studio, and Bluepoint as well, just pissing that away. It is so insane. Years lost, and the game dev time is already so long. You're talking about 5 years, 6 years, 7 years of game development time thrown away. Studio shut down. Like, let that sink in for a second. Think about how insane that is. Millions upon millions of dollars lost, and all I want out here is a Gravity Rush 3. Can a man get a Gravity Rush 3? Obviously, I'm joking, but, you know, it's just seeing stories of Sony spending hundreds of millions of dollars on these games and then looking at something, like, I'm sure Gravity Rush 3 would not make them the profit that they hope to make, but, man, it's just like, can you spend a little bit of money and can we get a GR3? But I digress. What do I know? And I get it, that would be catering towards their core audience, which they don't care about their core audience. They think they have you by the balls, and they care about expanding. They about creating new ecosystems, attracting new people to spend money on their games and spend money passively as well. But that'll do it for me. But man, it's just depressing just seeing, in certain aspects, like gaming, I don't think it's this dire straight. I think people look at stuff like this and they want to paint all of gaming to be bad. Bro, we had Stellar Blade, we've had the Black Myth Wukongs, we've had the Balatros just come out and take the gaming world by storm, but these situations absolutely need to be highlighted as well because they're happening with studios that were beloved. Monolith, Rocksteady, Ben Studio, BioWare. Like, just look at these studios that are just washed, just completely washed, or shut down. Think about that for a second, but again, that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.